Hey everybody, it's Juju, the Discord mod, and I'm here with today's news. Sorry, just looking at Discord. So, the buses we're going to do today is Chithala and Alphanarsy. I'll call him Alphanzi. I don't care, Alphanzi. But we'll be starting with Alphanarsy, and to do him, we had to also change up the Manda boss. So we'll be doing both, but we'll start with Alphanarsy, and then we'll skip to Manda. And the next video will be the Jathala boss. So I got this setup for Alphanarsy from Over the Top. Also the timings I got from Over the Top. The only difference was my physio core is only here. His is full here. So he does get to the 200 mark. I unfortunately have my setup's not entirely like his, where it's the gear and the people I use. I'll explain now. So this is my setup following his, except for he used, instead of Daphne, he used Taldi. So I changed to Daphne, and I gave a Spalter the Witch's Remains, where Taldi would have Witch's Remains and she would have the organ. And the reason why I've got, and then his setup is, of course, Taldi is here with the two of them, and then it's these two at the bottom. This one's here, and this one's here, and Taldi's there. So my setup is like this because I need Daphne to go into Azul. That's... What the hell is transformed? Oh, when he transforms, never mind. I need her to go into him, basically. And then, of course, you've got him, Starlight Stoneborn, and I've got allied damage taken, this one, and this one. And, of course, he gives vulnerability, and he attacks. The timings that Over the Top used was this: 23.5 for her, 17.5 for him, with 18 recast. Reason for her is the buff prohibition. I don't know if he can be stunned though. An attack penalty, and then So, and I've got her on double advantage, relentless pursuit, complete focus, warheart, wada, and then her on this. So a lot of people have been using it, so I'm using it, and so far it's working out. If I use Taldi, then you're looking at 100 damage, 100 more. But I don't use Taldi, and I use this setup. Then I get about 140. which is the highest that I've ever gotten. Because I usually get between 30 and 80. So I'm almost doubling my thing. The only difference is, as I've seen, is that even without those timings, I do more or less the same amount of damage. And I've got this on, and he's got the fan. If I change to the fan, I do less damage. So I've got gatekeepers, he's got the fan. I know the fan goes with him, but using the gatekeeper staff, I do about 30 extra damage, 30 more. So let's just do one, and let's just see how far he gets, just to show you. I try to, if I can, manual it so that Torin gets off there. But with these timings, as far as I can see, he will get off when he needs to, which is here. You want him to come off here because then the healing goes just past the alt, which you need. And that little bit of armor at the bottom there that he gives with his healing does help in the long run. And as you can see, Daphne almost doubles. I do about 300. Daphne entering him does double it, about 600. And that's having the fan one on him. I didn't mean the fan on him. I meant the horn on Torin, not the fan. I don't know why I said the fan. But yes, he does now, with Daphne entering him, he does over 600, which gives me just enough to get to where I want to go or be. So, and I do about 140, 146. This is where they start dying off. And then, it's just So 152, that's quite good. So that's my team. Try doing Dauntless. Just everyone dies so quickly. I don't know why, but they just die so quickly. That's my team. I just want to try one. I just want to see here. So he does anywhere accuracy. I've got this on for the extra. He's got the one that gives you a bit extra alt energy. It doesn't work that much for me. What we can see is if it might work here with her. Radar. They're not there. That's why I didn't use it on her. So I don't know if ultimate energy actually works for Shadow. I don't know if it doesn't, but let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay. And no. It's new. It's in new. So load. So basically, I've got this one on him with this one. Here, got her with this, giving the 10% more damage. And with this, her with this one, the 3% up to 5 stacks. And then him with that. And yeah. So I see something. Randomly marked, so it doesn't mark the person it holds. Okay. So let's just see without timing. $142. And then with timing. Oh. What? Oh, Lord. Maybe one of those days. Just want to see. $142, so it doesn't really matter that much. Let's go. See, that's the only thing I don't like about the auto is that it doesn't. It would be a cool feature of the auto if you got, let's say, 152, like I did, that it doesn't go below the 152. That let's say if it does do for some RNG reason 140, it stays at the 152, unless it can go higher. I'm just looking at the resistance or how that extra bit of resistance helps. If not, it doesn't, then I use the other one. Okay. That's the weird part is when before filming, I did attack and I did the resistance. I'll show you here. This one, right? Attack did less than the resistance. Now attack is doing more than the resistance. And I hate RNG. Really and truly, I hate RNG. It's one of the worst things for me, is the whole RNG. RNG, RNG, RNG. I wonder. If this adds up around 2 different people. Let's see what happens. Ouch. Ouch. Still at 152. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to save here because, yeah. As you see, it's very orangey. Even changing Torrens thing, because I was thinking the 12%, it's 3% per buff up to 5 stacks. That's 12%, no? It's 15%. Anyway, I thought it would, what's the word? Stack together. But either way, using the 10% or the 3% on him, even though she's got the 3%, it's still the same thing that happens. So, yeah. I'm saving 152. That's the highest I can get it. Yeah. I was very happy with this. It took a lot to get to that. Took me about 3 hours to get to that. Luckily, I didn't do that. So what did I change here? So, let's just see. Was it this one? Yes. So, instead of Tauren, I've got a Stella with the horn. And then I'm trying Centrilla out with the golden antlers. And then, yeah. So let's just do one run and see how well they do. I know I don't do up to 200. I get that. It's very difficult for me because my physio core isn't at the max. Because I don't rank high. So if I don't rank high, I don't get a lot of physio core. So that's fine. As FTP, I get to the places I am. If I score, I score. If I don't, I don't. I must say he does do it. Yeah, does a lot more damage with her around. So yeah, and he's hitting 140. So yeah. But yeah, by 100 or so, it does start failing. Centrilla's a good healer. I mean, Estella. Centrilla. Estella's a good healer. I think this is the highest I've ever done. So, yeah, I'm taking that. But you see, that's just changing it up to using Centrilla and Estella, and of course, Tiamat, but everyone should at least have a Tiamat now. It's been 2 seasons. But yeah, 184. I think last week it was 160 that I videoed. Yeah. So there we go, 184. Bam. Done. So save, and I'll show you their gear. Yeah, and if my physio core was maxed out, I would have done 200 easily. Where are they now? Teams. Yeah. So I've got her with the horn and this. I've got Cinchilla with the antlers, and attack. I've got her with the fan, her with that. And maybe if you change this to, where's that one? To this, you could maybe do a bit more. But yeah, oh well. I think 184 is a good one for my 3 hard bosses are Alphanarsy, Alphanarsy, Manda, and Jathala. So yo, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Yay! Please like and subscribe. Love you all. Bye.